There is this video I had wanted to share with us. However, I just wanted to bring this to our knowledge, okay? So, crime knows no country or city. There are no laws that stated it anywhere that crimes are worn as a flag or as a clothing. Anyone can commit crime, heinous crime, state crime, irrespective of their skin color, irrespective of their nationality, as well as ethnicity or gender. Our security operatives in Nigeria are trying so hard to minimize crimes as low as practicably possible. One of the effective ways to combat it is to ensure that youth are in their right frame of mind. I keep telling people that all drugs are useful if and only if channeled properly. After all, our medications are drugs. They went through processes before they were deemed okay for us to consume, and of course with authorization. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, in their approach to combating drug menace in Nigeria, they've tried their best to carry out various sensitization programs as well as rehabilitating many drug dependent people, okay, who recovered successfully and were reintegrated into the society. Listen to me, brothers and sisters. There are people who cannot do without drugs, like they inject drugs because of depression. Some are passing through one problem or another that made them commence the use of drugs injection or drugs usage. Okay, over time they became addicted to it, and it is a very big problem. Okay, so these people, they've been trained or guided to stopping drugs, and it is not easy. Hard drugs withdrawal is actually very, very painful to stop. It requires strength. It requires patience. Your body will undergo a lot of changes. It is not an easy one. NDLA, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, are really trying hard to nab all the perpetrators within the country. Brothers and sisters, I come in peace. I hope you're watching my contents. I care about you. That's why I decided to pause this video to ask after you, to know how you are doing. I hope you're keeping safe. The world is changing. You know, a lot of things are changing, inflation here and there, but I know it's going to get better. Okay, I have you in mind. Alright, so I still want you to sit down and listen to this video, continue watching this video, and I also want you to contribute. Okay, we're not saying you should bash us. Just tell us. We are the ones that will change the narrative of our country, Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. Are you proud of Nigeria? Because I am. And it is radiating all over me. I'm proudly a Nigerian. I'm an African woman.
Walking down the streets, feeling the breeze, in the sunshine state where dreams come with ease. Palm trees swaying with the ocean in view. This is the place where I always feel brand new. Sipping on a smoothie, chilling by the shore. Got my shades on, feeling like I can't be ignored. Sun-kissed skin, feeling so alive in the soft rap game. I strive to thrive. Waves crashing on the sand as I ride the vibe. Soft rap flowing.
Brothers and sisters, last week Thursday, 13 million pills of opioids. When I'm talking about opioids, I am talking about carisoprodol, the tapentadol, the tramadol, the tramolex, as well as 338,000 bottles of codeine-based cough syrup were intercepted. Yes, for the cough syrup, yes, I understand. However, it's been banned few years ago in Nigeria. In fact, few years ago in Nigeria, there was an open war declared against all codeine-based cough syrup, which normally were being purchased by many in Nigeria to treat cough, and they were so effective because of their muscle relaxation effect, but gradually intoxicated people. But some self-destructive YouTubers and bloggers spinned it against the country. So we are even saying, oh, that about 15 million Nigerians were dealing or using drugs, just like hard drugs. Imagine. My darlings, it was so painful to watch your own kind destroying their people's reputation just to gather views. Meanwhile, Nigeria was one of the first African countries to detect and sensitize people against the cough syrup that had its active ingredient codeine. So the pharmacodynamic effect was studied, and the country said no. And of course, it was a household cough syrup with different brand names. This cough syrup were very active for cough and still being used by many Africans in many African countries. So back to the 13 million pills of opioids. They were worth billions of naira and were discovered in 3 containers arriving from India to Nigeria. And of course, we know the owners. That same Thursday, the NDLA officers at Qinspride port in Lagos also intercepted 100 parcels of Canadian load coming in from Canada via imported vehicles. That same day, brothers and sisters, a Canadian woman of Asian descent decided to dare the gods of Africa. Hey, this one shook me. She gingerly packed the drugs in 2 very beautiful luggages and then packed her clothes in one, and she comfortably carried them like a queen and entered Nigeria.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Let us hear you, please.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31,
How many?
32.
Are you serious, sister? Them do you? Which kind person be this? Just for 10,000 Canadian dollars? No, this story is not adding up. Drugs worth billions in naira and millions in dollars. You agreed to get only 10,000 Canadian dollars for products of such magnitude? Error. Now lie. As a Canadian, your MSc fees isn't that much compared to foreigners. Okay, in fact, your flight ticket from Canada to Nigeria is more than part of your school fees. Because I know the installmental payments. After all, Canadians pay 1/3 of foreigners' fees. I'm talking about MSc. Also, you can take loans. So your story did not really add up. If it is actually true, then it means that your village people are truly after you. Okay? So yes, few days ago, 2 foreigners of African descent from some neighboring countries and 1 white foreigner were apprehended. And thousands of cannabis destroyed. Anyway, let me just stop it there for now. God bless Nigeria. When I say Nigeria is really working gradually, I just want us to believe in our country. And for some people that say, oh, our reputation, there is nothing like reputation. It's just few African countries that are talking about this. Only few. In fact, 2 major African countries. They are the ones carrying this news up and down. And they are being helped by our people. If you go out there, just go out there and ask people, oh, countries that commit the most crime. They will not mention Nigeria. I'm telling you. But when you mention, oh, smartest people in the world, they will mention Nigeria. So you see this, oh, Nigerians are scammers, Nigerians are this and that. It's being perpetrated by mostly Africans, and especially from 2 African countries in this continent. May God shame on her. Brothers and sisters, go out there and check. Check YouTube. How many times did you see Zambians complain that Nigerians are terrible and bad? How many times did you see Gambians complain? How many times have you heard from Senegalese that Nigerians, oh, they are scammers, they are this and they are that? How many times have you heard Tanzanians calling out Nigeria on YouTube or anywhere? How many times have you heard Sierra Leoneans calling out Nigerians? How many times have you heard Ivorians calling out Nigerians? How many times have you heard people from Equatorial Guinea dragging and calling out Nigerians? How many times let's go to Central Africa. How many times have you heard many countries from Central Africa, Congos and the rest of them, dragging and calling out Nigerians? I do tell people, are there no Nigerians in those other nations? Because some people will say, oh, it's because our Nigerians are demarcating us in those areas. Yes, you may be partially correct, but I don't think you are always correct. Because there are Nigerians in other African nations as well. Why is it that the Nigerians in these particular two nations are demarcating Nigeria? I will tell you, it is not Nigerians' problem. Not all Nigerians there are demarcating Nigeria. It has to do with the toxicity of the indigenes or the citizens of the land. Let me tell you, by the time you start aligning yourself with petty people, gradually you will become petty. And that is the simple truth. And I still want to say it. Not all Nigerians in those two countries are demarcating Nigeria. No. Some Nigerians are even fighting them for trying to speak bad or ill about Nigeria. But let me be honest with you. You see, these two countries, indigenes of those lands are mostly petty. They don't even like themselves. Talk more of hearing good things about other nations. And you always see them on my channel, whether they are invited or not invited. Whether you talk about them or you don't talk about them. So I have chosen to talk about them. Yes. Brothers and sisters, their body, they pepper them whenever they mention anything good about Nigeria. I know it's not all of them. Yes, there are few of them from those lands that are good to the core. And they stand against this their pettiness. Yes, there are good people from those lands. And of course, I applaud them. But to the rest of them, whose body they pepper whenever they mention something good about Nigeria, God go shame. God bless Nigeria.
Walking down the streets, feeling the breeze in the sunshine state where dreams come with ease. Palm trees swaying with the ocean in view. This is the place where I always feel brand new. Sipping on a smoothie, chilling by the shore. Got my shades on, feeling like I can't be ignored. Sun-kissed skin, feeling so alive in the soft rap game. I strive to thrive. Waves crashing on the sand as I ride the vibe. Soft rap flowing, let the rhythm